Hello, my name is Sean, and today I'm going to take the time to show you a route that I'm anxious to take, and that will be the Lake Louisa Loop. And I'm planning to do that either this year or next year, and I just want to share that one with you. So if I was to categorize this one here, I would put this one in the kind of in between the amateur and veteran loop. So if it's your first time doing a canoe loop, I probably wouldn't look at this one, but in maybe a few years, you'll definitely be ready for this one here. So please keep that in mind and have a good look at this one here. This is Jeff Maps, and it'll give you a good idea where to kind of put you for a first timer. So it'll tell you, roughly 2 kilometers an hour for paddling, and the same thing for portage. And then you have 3 and 3 if you're an amateur, then 4 and 4 for veteran, and record breaker, not there yet, working on it, 6 and 5. So that's pretty quick. But if you want to enjoy your trip, I think you'll be in this one here if you're doing Lake Louisa. So let's get to the route. So this route here is going to start off at Smoke Lake, just off of Highway 60. And your first day start off will be a total of 18.2 kilometers. And like I said, you'll be starting off at Smoke Lake. You'll come all the way down here, and you're going to hit your first portage, a good warm-up portage of 240, which is going to take you to Ragged Lake. And then you're going to continue, come all the way down, and you're going to hit your first challenge is going to be portage of 590. Keep in mind, this is also called Devil's Staircase. It's called that for a reason, because it's very difficult and uphill. Make sure you take a lot of water and have a good snack, or even take the time to have a lunch before you challenge that one. Once you meet that challenge and you get across, you'll have another choice on Big Porcupine. You can either canoe around the next portage, which is quite long, or you can hit that 395 portage and just skip the canoeing. So it all depends how you feel. If you're energetic and you want to hit that portage, hit that. If you're flying with your canoe, then go around. I'll leave that total up to you. And then you're going to come around and you're going to hit another portage of 200, and that'll be a nice quick one. And then you'll come around, and you're going to have to keep an eye. You can see right here, it's called Devil's Razor. I've never seen it, but I've seen a lot of other YouTubers, they talk about it. And if you want to leave a nice color of your canoe on a rock, that's where you're going to do it. So just pay attention that I don't know if you can go around it, or anyways, just be careful when you're coming around there and just have an eye. And finally, that will take you to Bone Share Lake. There is 3 different campgrounds on this lake. So make sure you plan ahead, book them to make sure you get a lot. And that will be your first day 1. Okay, this will take us to day 2 now. Day 2, you're going to wake up, you're going to have a fantastic breakfast, and then you're going to get ready for your long day again. A little shorter than the day before. This one here is roughly 10 kilometers, 10 or 11 kilometers. And you're going to start off by hitting one portage is 175. You're going to keep on going. You're going to hit Phipps Lake, and you're going to hit a nice little small one here of 60 meters. That'll take you to Kirkwood. Come along to a portage of 715. It's going to take you to, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, Party Lake or Lawrence Lake. I think you're going to come in between right here, 2 different lakes. So just make sure you're making that right-hand turn onto Lawrence. And then you're going to come around to another portage of 470. And then you're going to come to Rod and Gun Lake. Cool name. And a portage of 510, which is going to finally take you to Lake Louisa. A lot of lots on this one. I've checked most of them out. I can find a few pictures of where YouTubers stayed on these lots, and there's a lot of nice lakes, or a lot of nice campgrounds. So take your time, pick one that you're going to stay. For a trip like this one here, we would spend at least 2 nights, have a nice rest day after the 2 long days that we had, enjoy the scenery, and hopefully nice weather, take some swims, and have some good suppers. And that would be our day 2. Okay, so now we're on day 4. Day 4, if we spent 2 nights on Lake Louisa, And if it was only the one night, it would be your day 3. But we're doing day 4. So a lot of portages coming up. So you're going to have to make sure you're definitely ready and get a nice early start. First challenge of your portage is going to be the biggest one of the whole trip. Is going to be 1.4 kilometers. Maybe a good idea after you complete that portage to take a little break. Maybe a second lunch or breakfast, I should say. And then you're going to come around. Just keep in mind this is 14 kilometers at this day here. You're going to come to North Grace Lake. You're going to hit another portage of 165, which is going to take you to Lemon Lake. And then from there, you're going to hit another portage of 810, which is going to take you to McCarvey. And then this lake, McCarvey, is going to narrow down a little bit. And then you're going to hit a portage of 425. And a quick right turn of another portage of 930. This is called Double Devil Staircase. I don't know if that means it's twice as hard as the other Devil Staircase, but be ready. Make sure you have your laces tied tight and a nice pair of boots so you don't get any twisted ankles. After that challenge, it's going to take you to Little Coon, and you're going to have a 220 portage to Big Porcupine. If you feel energetic after that long day and all those portages, of course, you can take a chance and go to Ragged Lake. But my plan is to stay on Big Porcupine and complete our day 3, or I should say day 4 of that trip. This will be our final day. You can either decide to come around on Canoe, the same option as we had on day 1, or you can do the portage. I think if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do the Canoe, enjoy the nice last canoe around that, and enjoy that little trip around the portage there. And then we're going to come back to Devil Staircase. Just because it's going to be downwards this time, that doesn't make it any easier than going upwards. So be ready. Make sure you have your proper foot gear or a good pair of boots before you make this trip, even when you start up or down. And that's going to take us into Ragged Lake. And you come along here and up to here and back to the final portage of 240. And that'll take you all the way back to the beginning of Smoke Lake. So that is a trip that I am definitely planning to do in the future. I think it'll be a great trip. I've seen other YouTubers do this trip, and they keep on saying that the lakes get a lot clearer and clearer because you keep going higher and higher in the park. So I think this would be a great trip. And like I said, I'm going to definitely do this trip either this year or next year. For the people that are curious on how to create these routes on Avenza Map, I do use the Algonquin map, but you can also use other ones that you can download from the site. And if you're curious how to do them, like I said, you can go to my first video, which I'll leave it in the link, or I'll have it somewhere on the page here. And you click on that, and it'll take you to that and show you how to create these routes. Just keep in mind, this is all going to be GPS tracked. It'll track your exact location as you're traveling in your canoe, and it'll be almost nearly impossible for you to get lost, unless you want to get lost. So thank you for watching, and if you like the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll create much more videos. Thanks for watching.